Sorry, guys. We decided to not do anything tonight.
We just decided it'd be fun to go live and do nothing. Pretty board state.
It's a gorgeous looking game, but that's normal for these guys. They make gorgeous looking games.
Oh, why is...
Remove the Dungeon Master name tag. This one.
Oh, that's me.
So where's this picture? I didn't see it yet. I'm looking at you. Alex? Can you hear me, Alex?
Oh, sorry, what?
It's in. Tell them it's in Discord.
Okay. Now I'll just switch it to that. Okay, so now. This. Oh. This is gonna come off. What's that? Yeah, I need that. Because it's not in a group, we can reconfigure it. Just bring it in this show right there. Okay, so we have an option to go online, but what'll happen is only the person speaking will show. So that could work temporarily to at least let us say hi to people and interact a little bit, maybe.
Or I mean, is there any
you can see
point
part
to
of me.
that?
What's showing on the screen? We're live. People are
Yeah.
seeing this.
They're seeing your hands.
Hey guys.
Sorry.
It's all right. Just go ahead and bring it up. Everybody's here. Hey guys, can you see us? Can you hear us?
They can hear you, then I can be able to see you, right?
Okay, well, that's fine. You're fixing it, right? Okay, you
Hi.
can go to studio mode and fix it in studio mode if that helps you out. So while the tech goblin is working on a workaround because one of our cast members is delayed and another cast member, apparently his badger decided to get into the wiring and it chewed it all up and peed on it maybe as well. So
It's all your fault, Reed. You shouldn't have given us a badger last episode.
it's badger. That's what badgers do. So in the meantime, while we're chilling out here, because we may have to just go ahead and shut down from technical issues, and this thing will not go into YouTube. But if you have some opportunities to ask some cool questions, we'll go ahead and see if we can get away with. If we get enough people in here, we'll do a giveaway anyway. You can watch our random body parts appear on screen, Anna. Thank you for saying that. That just, you just put it out there for us to all see.
Fun little Picasso.
Well,
moment,
no,
you know?
technically,
There's Mike.
Phil's the one who's putting it.
Hi.
Mike is
Hi, Mike.
here.
Hi.
Hi, Mike.
Oh my gosh,
You're
this is
alive.
amazing.
We thought the badger had killed you.
No, I'm alive.
Oh my goodness gracious.
The badger's loving it. Gave me a hassle and then allowed me to fix it. Allowed my fiance to fix it.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
All
fair.
right. Well, in that case, hey, can we go back to the start menu and get us off of the? We're gonna start over. Hang on. We're just gonna
Didn't happen.
go all the way back. We'll do a start up. It'll only be a minute. We'll edit all this crap out because we have good editors.
Bless.
Rewind the Wayback Machine. Pretend the last 20 minutes
Yeah,
never
yeah, yeah.
happened.
Yeah. All righty. And with that, we will. Hey, and nothing has gone wrong with our show, and we're here. So good to see everyone. Welcome to Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction. Before I go completely off the wires, let me pull up my brief show notes about what I'm actually supposed to be talking about. So thank you so much for coming out. If this is your first time watching us on Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction, thank you for coming out tonight. Please give us a follow, tell all your friends, and make sure that they know about us too. You can watch us on Twitch, and you can also catch all of our shows roughly 48 hours later on YouTube. Still catching up on all those extra shows from the charity streams, but they are getting loaded up, and you'll see some of the RPG short shots have already been loaded and stuff like that too. Thank you so much. Anna, what do you got going on?
Oh,
Anna's
right.
with us, even though we had a long break for all the time in the world. Anna's going to jump on those announcements, and she'll be ready to tell you all about Twitch Prime.
no, I won't.
Okay. In the meantime,
Sure. Let me talk about Twitch Prime. Right.
okay.
Yeah. So if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Prime Gaming subscription. Please show your support, cast and crew. Hit that link in chat. Prime Gaming subscribers get access to sub-only emotes, which I don't know if anybody's noticed. We got some more.
Oh yeah.
And-
Oh yeah. We got so many new subs during the charity streams. Like we set a new record, and that opened up a whole bunch of new emotes and stuff. We even put animated ones in there. Thanks, Alex, for showing us how to do that.
So that's not all you get. You also get access to a subscriber-only channel on our Discord. So go ahead and check that out.
And I'm just adjusting my brightness real quick, but a humongous thank you to Shard Tabletop for being an amazing partner of stream. The one thing that has not hurt me today, technologically wise, it is an amazing place for your tabletop needs. It is the place for 5th edition games. You can access rules, adventures, and other supplements. It also provides digital tools like a character builder and digital character sheet, as well as all sorts of other tools for your gaming use. We think so highly of it that it is the official virtual tabletop of the Games Tavern. And to make it even better, you can go to the link in chat using, I believe it's just !shard, and use the promo code TGT Shard 20 and save 20% on all subscriptions. So please do yourself a favor and show them some love. Shard Tabletop, thank you.
Tonight, make sure to cheer on the cast of characters, and they do something awesome. Your bits and cheers show your support for the characters, and we love you, our friends, for our support.
And I'm gonna take over what Brandon was gonna read today, but because Brandon's delayed, he's working his magic chef skills right now. But tonight we're giving away a set of mystery dice from 1985 games. That's !epic in the chat when it releases. So when that goes live, you'll see the notification in chat, type !epic. And when you do, you'll be entered to win. You must be present in chat at the time of the drawing to win if your name is drawn. And also because this is a physical thing that we're mailing out, you got to be in the US or Canada, but not Montreal or not Quebec, not Montreal. It's not Quebec. Sorry, Quebec, you know what you did. So, but you have to physically be in those locations. We cannot mail those internationally outside of those locations. I'm sorry. We love you guys, but we can't do it. So
Jacques, Quebec.
yeah. In addition to that,
go ahead.
Go ahead. You were going to talk about Streamloots?
I was going to at least prompt it because I think Streamloots is a really neat function that we can now participate in. If you ever wanted digital trading cards that can help us out in a pinch, now's your time. Do we have a fancy command for it?
I don't know that we have a fancy. Oh yeah, type !Streamloots. See what happens. I'll bet you this well-prepared DM. Looky there.
Beautiful.
There it is.
Choice.
Hot diggity dog. Am I prepared or what? Hey, so that's in chat. You can hit that link, go to chat, and we're actually going to be watching who's talking and who's interacting in chat. And if you interact and you say a lot of cool stuff and you're doing cool things, you're probably going to be given some discount coupons potentially for some free packs to get you some free cards. So if you get those, you can use them in the game the same way. It's pretty cool. I think we're going to be giving away maybe up to 10 of these in chat. We'll see how long it goes. We'll see what we do. I'm just excited to get this going. It's a lot of the fun stuff that you got to do during the charity streams. We've decided to make those things you can do using Streamloots cards. And the cool thing is you can collect them all. And then there's different, what do you call it? Rarities and power levels, you know? So like there's common, rare, epic, and legendary. And we've definitely made sure that the cards that are at those levels reflect those levels appropriately, and they're harder to get the higher up in power and rarity they are. So definitely pay attention. And I think we even have some goals if we get like 5 or 10 done or 20 done. I think it is. Yeah, it's 20 done. That we will add more cards as we go. So, and we already have them ready to go. So, and then you guys can have inputs to see what the next cards will be. So. With that in mind, let's begin. Where did we last leave off? I believe you had all just woken up, possibly hungover, possibly not.
Yeah.
The city guard had just discovered a murdered drow elf hidden in an alleyway. And
Yeah.
were quietly and quickly, well, not so quietly because they were blowing whistles and stuff, but they were quickly loading it onto the back of a wagon to get the body out of view for once the revelers are up and about, because nobody likes to see it go to a party and find dead bodies already there. That's usually a quick end to any good party.
That feels very
Uh,
anti-necromancer.
Yeah, I mean, well, they need to go make friends somewhere else. Literally, make friends somewhere else. So, as you've woken up, a semi-satisfied badger is still up there with Mike, and the rest of you have gone down for breakfast. What do you wish to do at breakfast? Cue Tavern.
Can you remind us what time it is? Is it 8 o'clock yet?
It's like 7:38 in the morning.
Okay. Well, we should attend that wizard's first lecture so that we know how long it will be.
That sounds really boring.
Well,
Well-
I guess we don't all have to do it.
As long as we know how long it takes, it doesn't really matter if we're there the entire time.
I mean, it's a good plan. I'm just saying that it sounds boring. Timing it, and then we'll know for the next lecture, right? And who's gonna do the thing? Who's gonna
go in the Schmidt?
Schmiel the Schmidt? Jazz, beyond jazz. That's Tertia remembered the code.
I'm the rogue. Of course I remember the Schmeeves can't.
It's amazing that I knew it at all. Let's pick up the stuff quick, I guess.
Carlo's character has already ordered a country breakfast and is
Ooh.
eating it heartily.
Is he stuffing the ham in his pocket?
A few pieces, yes.
Okay.
We've got to stay in character. I had to give up all my ham to the badger.
That's true.
If we get rid of the badger, that won't be a problem anymore.
So, Luciano, what are you doing with your badger right now?
I don't.
I'm hoping he was laying against my pillow last I remembered.
Yes.
So I'm just kind of like nuzzled up. Unlike most times when your pet comes to cuddle with you, I'm going to cuddle with I'm going to go to him and kind of morph around, just kind of rub his belly. Oh, I missed you.
I need you to make an animal handling.
Yes. Yes. Let's see what we can
It's already
do.
there. It says 19. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's true. Well, all right. Animal handling is
19.
boop.
I thought you made 19.
No, I made it 15. That wasn't me.
Oh, that was from last week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. Well, the
seems still
badger is nuzzling you pretty good. It's there.
True.
However, you don't speak with animals, right?
Nope.
Awesome.
Could be saying anything.
You're gonna just sleep in?
Yeah, I was like, I missed you so much. Did you have a good night? Were you well behaved? Oh,
Wow,
What?
Amazing.
20
Amazing.
cards?
that's
Oh
really
my
cool.
gosh. That
holy
is
moly.
amazing. Well, I can't wait to see how people use them. That's going to be pretty cool. So the tech
Yes.
goblins have just told me that 20 cards have already been picked up. I love you guys for that. You've already just made my heart aflutter. When we go on break, we're going to add those 5 cards randomly from the list, and then we'll see what else we get going on. So I'm excited if you are. All right, so you are nuzzling, but is your plan to stay in bed with this thing? or
No,
are you
my
gonna
plan
move
was
it?
just to kind of like catch up, spend a little time with him in the morning, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go get us breakfast. I'll be back.
Now, are you leaving all of your stuff up there otherwise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just wearing my common clothes. I've kind of changed out of the clothes from the other night.
It's just kind of rolled over onto the back of its on the pillow, and it's just kind of like.
Yeah. Oh, Too cute.
kicking his little hind leg every now and again, and it's just
If only there was a way to capture this moment. Oh,
it's like a fat and happy badger.
yeah. All right. I'll be back, bud. Stay asleep. I'll wake you up with some breakfast.
Which, if you spoke badger, means as soon as you're gone, I'm going to shit in the corner again.
Oh, yes. And then I leave and I head down to meet everybody else.
All right. So, as you guys are talking about Schmiel from the Schmip, and Garlo's jamming some stuff and complaining about, badgers stealing all of his pocket ham, you come down. What are you guys planning? You got stuff to do today. It's up to
I'm
you to
just
lead
brimming
that.
with happiness, and I'm like, all right, I'm up for anything.
Well,
I
then
feel on top of the world.
good news. We're going to a magic lecture in just a few minutes, I think.
Ooh, interesting. What is it? What is the topic? Have we figured that out?
Magic.
I mean,
No, not specifically, but
okay.
we're more concerned with how long it's going to be.
Okay, yeah, I'm down. Always up to see a little magic show.
I don't think it's that kind of magic.
No?
No.
More how to blow things up than how to entertain children.
Wait, they're gonna blow stuff up?
Wow.
That's got a lot more fun.
Yeah, I'm even more down. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, I do need to bring food to the badger.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to do that thing. That thing's starving.
It's
Yeah.
also messy.
What?
You weren't here last night.
No, he was in bed. He was fine.
You weren't here last night.
Fair enough.
I really don't think this is the time to badger him about his badger.
Thank you. I am gonna wave down the waitress, or whoever's keeping the bar. Hello. Hi.
Yes, sir.
Hey. What's on the menu for this morning? Anything special cooking up?
Country breakfasts. We've got, ham, eggs. We've got some stew as usual every morning. It's all day soup. I mean, it's just how it goes.
I'll take a couple orders of ham and then just a fried egg.
Just-
Good.
just ham,
Yeah.
like 2 things of ham.
Yeah,
and a fried
two
egg.
orders. However you provide it, just 2 of those. I need
What's
one
that?
for me, one for my badger. I need 2.
Right, your badger. You have a
Long
badger
story.
outside, sir? Because such a creature is ferocious. That we would never allow them into the facility, of course.
No, badger is that's what I call my partner. The old badger, right? Yeah. Upstairs asleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pardon me, my mistake.
Yeah. Oh, that's
I'll get right on that ham. And
Yeah.
She rushes back, and you hear some yelling in the background, and it's obviously her to the cook, and you hear the sounds of pans and frying in the background.
Wouldn't it
Starved.
have been better to just tell her that the badger was at the stables?
Ah.
As
Time's
long
gone.
As we don't get kicked out of the inn.
Don't think like that. You think negatively, negative things are gonna happen. You gotta think positive.
I like
Right.
that attitude.
I
Mind
knew
you-
would, Tim.
He has no idea what's actually happened to the hotel room. Right. So as we transition, Garlo has ordered his usual country breakfast. He's stuffed some pocket ham into his pocket to replace the pocket ham that was lost from the badger. And Luciano has arrived. And I'm saying all this because Garlo is back.
Yay!
Yay.
Despite all of our tech issues, despite everything else, despite the stream loot's already rocketing past 20, which thank you all. We are now good to go. So with that, the full team is assembled. We are
Avengers
now making
assemble.
decisions. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what are you guys going to do next? So you've decided to get all these breakfasts. You're getting your ham delivered and everything else. But as you're eating, what is your plan?
Attend the wizard's lecture.
Attend the Wizard's lecture. All of you are going to go see it.
Oh, I wanted to be. I mean, I'm not very good at thieving or
Oh, no.
Schmeeving.
Schmeeving. Yeah.
schmeeving. Yeah.
Oh.
We're doing that later.
Okay. Whoo! We're just watching a show. I am down for that. I am down to watch a show.
A point though, if you're all supposed to go distract him later, should you two come with us this time?
But the show.
You
Why not?
A random D4 inspiration has gone to Garlo.
Yay!
So you have a random D4 inspiration thanks to, who was that? Jack. Zero. Where's Jack over here?
Thank you,
Jack
Jack.
0822. Thank you so much, Jack. Really appreciate that.
Well, maybe we shouldn't go see today or the morning show.
Yeah.
We could go drinking, Lucy.
Well, I might also say just
Yeah.
Perhaps we should avoid that until after we're done with
What?
Schmob.
I want to go drink with Rafe.
Yeah, if I can't go
That's
drinking,
nice.
no one can.
I mean, no one's stopping you from having an ale with breakfast, but
Yeah, we are.
to be completely fair, Lucy, if you want to go to the show, if Luciano is going to the afternoon show, perhaps Chef Luciano can go to the morning show.
I quickly reach it. Oh, I don't have my bag. It's upstairs. Damn it. I wanted to change into my chef hat real
Run
fast.
upstairs real quick, get your costume. I'll be right back.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Happening. Yeah, I mean, if I'm down. In all honesty, I could go now. I could go later. I could go now. Whatever's, beneficial to the plan of the group now.
I could be overthinking it. I was just trying to make sure that,
Well, if you and Rafe are the ones who are going to be distracting Schmizzard later, perhaps you shouldn't go now.
You speak
again,
the
if
truth,
you-
Turja.
Don't know what you're watching for. How do you know how to do your distractions? But then again, I like your style. I like your initiative on this one. Let's go drinking instead. I love how this is basically becoming a giant drinking boondoggle. This is fantastic.
Cheers.
I love you guys for all you're worth.
Well,
I'll take excellent notes.
Why do you assume that because he's not going to the morning lecture that he's allowed to drink?
Why are you assuming that he wouldn't?
I would. But the other question I would say, though, we could, there's other things happening. We
Yeah.
could go by the lecture. If it's a lot of people there, he's not going to notice 2 extra faces that would come to the afternoon show.
This is true.
If it looks like it's scarce for the morning crowd, make yourself scarce. Go watch from the back. But I think understanding what exactly you might be looking for as far as what he does, it's not the same lecture both times, right? It's one on
We're pulling out the notes.
Oh,
yeah, hold on.
Gorlo's good for notes. Gorlo's
Gosh.
always good for notes.
Gorlo's good.
I
for
thought
notes.
I wrote down, I didn't. I was super bummed.
Making of Constructs is the morning show, and so I have in my notes TARDIS effects on buildings, but it's the shape-changing effects on
Gotcha.
buildings is the afternoon lecture. So he's got 2 different lectures, so if you're eager students, why wouldn't you see both shows?
I see
Man,
wisdom
makes
in
a lot of
Garlo's
sense.
words.
A lot of sense.
Yeah.
So we'll go see both shows, but maybe the first one a little bit drunk.
A little bit. Just a tiny bit. Got to blend in with the crowd. The crowd's got to be drinking, I assume, right? It's
Should we get Bloody Marys to go?
I imagine he's just sipping a mimosa, looking at Turja, just a little. It's fine.
Sip.
Bloody Mary. We don't
Gotta start
have
that
any
engine,
drinks
baby.
called Bloody Marys, but we do have one called
so yeah, I mean, if it's beneficial, yeah, I think we could see both shows. I'd be down to go. What
Bloody
the other
Merkel.
group-
For what it's worth, I am drinking wine with my breakfast because it's an elven breakfast.
Random B8 inspiration has been dropped. Hold on 1 second. Mike Luciano has received a D8 inspiration. Congratulations.
Inspirer becomes inspired.
So you have that in reserve.
Nice.
Thank you. Who is that? Is that Jack again? Jack 0822. Thank you so much.
Jack, thank you.
You're
Yeah.
less special.
Okay. So we go, we observe, we learn what's going on. The rest of you sneak and learn the route, where you're going, security. I'm not a thief. I am spitballing here.
So you guys have the map in front of you. You guys can see the map, right?
The
Of
map-
Daggerford?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So currently, to put you guys where you are right here. Hold on a second here. Oops. That's trying to. You're essentially in this inn, the Silver Flood Inn. And you were trying to get to here, which is where Oscar Thumbwild's boat is. Oscar Thumbwild will be sitting somewhere in this drill field where he has set up whatever it is he's set up for his amazing lectures. And I believe he brought something out with him as well, but you don't know what it was.
Fun. Okay.
Before we actually go on the ship, I should get a good look at Oscar and that other person we saw coming off the ship yesterday. I don't know if I can do it, but if there's something I might be able to do to help us later, if I know what they look like and sound like.
Okay, so all of us go to the show to start. Split off when we feel like we get a pulse on things.
Yes, I think that sounds good.
What time is that?
It would be the afternoon lectures when we would have to, initiate
Yeah.
The 2 p.m. one?
Schmealing.
the 2 p.m.
Yeah,
time
that
was
is
the
when
morning
the
one?
schmealing
8 a.m.
commences.
8 a.m.?
I imagine it. I have tomorrow morning, but I
7:45.
imagine the wizard just starts whenever he wants to.
Wizard
True.
Standard Time.
Ooh,
Who's
ooh.
gonna stop a?
See what you did there.
No, it's probably Wizard Daylight Time. This is a holiday.
Oh yeah.
Did you say that was 8:05? Did you say we're already late?
Oh.
It's 7:45.
5. Okay.
You're almost
Finishing the
there.
mimosa real quick. Oh, we gotta go.
Okay.
We should head out then, I guess.
Use mage hand just to carry your mimosa with you.
Oh yeah.
So,
Hey, we're going to construct lecture. I should.
Mike, what are you doing?
I am going to quickly go. I'm gonna wrap up. How much was my? How much do I owe?
Oh, that's 1 silver.
Oh, okay. And can I grab a? Is it cool to take a drink back to my room? Can I just grab an ale real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, cool. Okay, I gotta go.
Just
get ready.
fill your drinking one.
Fantastic. So I fill it up. I pay her, and I'll be right back. I gotta go feed the badger and just get myself presentable.
Your partner who's sleeping.
Yeah. The feed the badger. Sorry.
What a lovely nickname.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Cute little pet name, right?
Yes.
Um.
I would hate to think that, we had a party come in here last year that brought a badger and they had a baby wolf pup and all sorts of stuff. It just tore the room asunder. I mean, that badger just tore up everything in the room. They can never come back to the hotel ever again.
Oh yeah,
The
no,
tavern,
no.
the inn will never take them again. They have literally made themselves mud, and no inn in the rest of the area will take them either. In Daggerford,
As it should be. I completely get it. Some people.
it destroyed the
have-
curtains, the beds, the sheets, you name it.
That would grind my gears. All right, I'll be back, guys.
I'm gonna lean over to Cimarine. Maybe you should talk to the badger before we leave and let it know that that is not okay.
Oh, well, I can do my best. And it's best before they ask any questions. You don't want me here if they ask questions. I'll go follow real quick.
So, Luciano, you get up to the door, you open it, and there is an awful smell in that room. The badger has again pooped in the corner.
Okay.
The ham may not have completely agreed with it. Just saying. The
Okay.
badger has now moved back on and has shredded your pillow again, though you wouldn't have known that. And a few moments later, Cimarine walks in and goes,
And then I step back out thinking that maybe somehow when I crossed the door, I went into last night.
Yeah.
And then I re-enter. I'm like, oh, it's just.
So far, the Badger's only gotten one bed pretty much torn up. It's yours, Luciana.
I take the extra.
Excuse me.
Okay, buddy, I got breakfast. I hold it up. I'm like, hey, chill. All right, here's the deal.
It comes up and it starts pawing at your shins. It's
Yeah.
like trying to climb up you, and it's
Like, all right, bud. All right. You can have it. 1 second. I gotta go out. All right. I gotta go work real quick. Here's your breakfast. I'll be back later with lunch. All right. I'll try to be back. No more tearing up other pillows. And if you have to poop in a corner, poop in Garlo's corner. And I give him the ham, and I quickly find something to like pick up
it
the
just
poop.
darts under a bed and just starts. You just hear.
I go try to pick up the poop, just try to like clean the area up, and I'm gonna take this
It's,
with me later.
It's gonna be the kind of thing you need a
Rag.
rag for, a bucket,
A wizard.
a mop, or a wizard.
Yeah. Okay.
I imagine that's Lucy looking at it. Yeah, all right, this is a trickier job.
Okay. Instead, I just take the rag that I had and I just lay it on top. And I go grab my stuff and I take a look. Is there any kind of like mirror or
Oh yeah, there's a standing mirror.
and I just kind of, quickly run my hands through my hair, make sure I'm like I push it kind of
Get the right glisten on the horns.
exactly.
Right,
Just do a
right.
little bit of touch up and I'm like, oh.
Mhm. It's now 7:55.
Yeah, all right. We got to go, Sim.
Hey, hang on. At this point, I have laid down on my stomach and my hands are on my chin as I'm looking under the bed. And I do cast Speak with Animals.
I'm so good.
I know, it's really good. It's really good, I know. So here's the thing. You have to be on your best behavior while we're gone, because don't you like hanging out on the soft beds and destroying them?
I was making them comfortable
Oh, you're making them comfortable. Awesome.
for everyone. Everyone's
Every-
like care now. Yeah, you feed me. I help you.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, I can really tell that you care. We'll talk more about that later, what care looks like. But what happens if we keep tearing it up? We'll get kicked out, and we won't get any cozy stuff.
Roll an animal handling check with advantage.
Okay. Mm,
And our ranger handle animal.
barely 15.
Okay, just a pillow.
That's a compromise.
I
I
sleep in
appreciate
the
you.
pillow.
That makes sense. I think that checks out. Well, okay. Push myself up and look at Lucy. We're all good.
Meat good.
Okay.
And I'm guessing you probably heard.
Yeah. I'm just like, because I didn't know you could do that yet. So I was just kind of like, okay. Cool. All right, Sim, you good?
Yeah, no, let's go.
I grabbed my horn real quick that I was trying to I was drinking a little bit. I continue down. All right, guys, I'm ready. I don't know about y'all.
And everybody's looking at you like you guys are late. What the hell were you doing up there?
What's going on? We're
Sim
supposed
was
to. We got 5 minutes.
Oh, you got
Mumbling.
3 minutes.
I don't know. She seemed to calm the badger down.
Ferris Bueller style. We got to jump some backyards here.
Dinner's ready. Let's go.
So as you're busting around the corner,
Well, we don't actually
the
need to
kids
get
from the
there
Breakfast
right on
Club turning
time.
down the hall, you guys are coming around the edge. You can see in the distance the wizard, along with his apprentice, and 4 constructs carrying a large box just ahead of you. And they get down the road there, and they get into the drill field, and they set up right where I'm marking the corner right there. Okay. As you come around, you see that the 4 constructs have dropped it. The mage's apprentice is working with the constructs as they start to unpack this box, and then continue to unpack this box, and continue to unpack this box, and then the box, and then you see the box comes up and forms a nice square cube or a rectangular cube about 1 story in height, and then you see the center pop up and come together, and suddenly you have a small magic shop has unpacked out of this box that was no bigger than, say, the Ark from Raiders of the Luster. 4 of these constructs carried it and put it together, and then after it's been assembled, the 4 constructs stand at each corner. The wizard, on the other hand, says, the amazing making of constructs lecture shall begin in approximately 2 minutes. 2 minutes! Several other young wizards and a few old ones do come and stand around, as well as plenty of people from Daggerford begin to gather around.
Gonna find a nice place to stand and just lean on my staff.
Okay.
They're like a barrel I can sit on, like cross-legged.
No, but there are people sitting cross-legged toward the front. You're more than welcome to do so.
Fine.
Okay. So you kneel at the front. Rafe's kind of toward the back, leaning on his staff. Hello, what are you doing?
The thought to lean on the other side of Rafe's staff was tempting, as like just counterbalance at about 2 feet shorter. But I think I'm going to stand towards that front area, but I'm gonna kind of hug this alley corner. Just keeping eyes on how much traffic flows through this road during the lecture.
Okay. So there's a fair amount of did you guys see that? Hold on a second. So the background music seems to be a bit loud over here. Yep. So I lost track of my thoughts here. Sorry about that, guys. So the wizard is standing there and he's getting ready to get going. However, your position is good. You do see traffic moving through. There are thralls of people moving around. Way more people are in Daggerford now than are in here at any other time of the year, just about. Except for maybe during some parts of the post season, or the just after post harvest in the fall. There are a fair amount of wagons also moving back and forth, and there are entourages of wizards coming from different places as well. So you've probably not seen this many wizards in a small area in your life. I mean, like, it's a pretty small town. It's packed with wizards for whatever reason. In the background, however, you're hearing all sorts of fireworks or pyrotechnics from wizardry. You're seeing, illusions and other grandiose things in the background, but there are other lectures happening, but this is the one that you guys came to see. That is what you see, Garland. Turja, what are you doing?
Well, I'm just going with them to see the lecture.
Yes, but you're all there, so what are you doing? Where are you standing? How are you open to...
Just trying to be as inconspicuous as possible, standing near the back of the crowd, not catch anyone's attention.
Okay, make a stealth check for me.
Sorry.
No problem.
Stealth. 18.
Okay. And Luciano, finally, what are you doing?
I am still in awe, and I'm kind of inspecting this tent. I'm just like eyeing it that they pulled out of a box. It's still incredible to me.
Okay. So you're just like in awe of how much is in there. The making of constructs is a worthwhile task in terms of the labor savings, but there are drawbacks. Nothing will beat a real person for certain tasks. But for certain dangerous tasks or monotonous ones, especially those in use for a wizard, these constructs are invaluable. Now, most of these constructs would be way too expensive to handle things like basic farming and other things like that. However, for certain dangerous things like mixing an alchemical brew, which could explode, killing everyone around them that you've never made before, they're perfect. Now, and he walks over. Allow me to elaborate. He taps the doors on his workshop. The door's open. He says, "Come on out, please, little ones." And you see 4 gnomish little constructs come out, gnomish size. But these aren't gnomes in like the sense of like what Garlo is, which is a true gnome. These are gnomes like the silly kind. Pointed hats, the kind that people would normally have in front of their gardens here on Earth. Not to real, no one would do that to a gnome unless they wanted to get into a fight. But this guy doesn't care. So he creates these almost like entertaining constructed gnomes that come out. These gnomes specifically help with the mechanical aspects of certain repairs on my ship, for example. Now, it's very monotonous, but say there's a repair that has to happen outside the ship. Well, these gnomes will hook into the wood, work their way around the ship, even underwater, without any problems whatsoever. Now, I don't think most ships would even have more than 1 of these. I happen to make them, so I have 4. But they are extremely skilled. They can handle it. They don't require breathing. They don't require food. And for the right shipwright, and 4,000 gold, you can have one. Now, the making of constructs, and he goes on and on. He starts discussing about various different archrites, runes that you use, how he did some research on giants and the runes that they use, dragons and the glyphs that they use for various things, and discovered some similarities as well as the differences for adding extra capabilities, like heating something up should they need to. The construct can actually physically touch something and heat it up using magical arcane runes. Adding to the construct's capabilities. But the act of actually making a construct that will physically do what it needs to is a challenging, arduous task. It can take up to a month or more to make one of these devices. Worth it when he sells one. The more complex or capable the construct, the more difficult it becomes. The truly ones that sell the most are the ones he sells to nobles that are often also considered bodyguards. They wear a special magical bracelet that transfers any injuries from the noble to the construct. However, it doesn't last forever because the construct will eventually fall apart. In which case he loves it because they get brought back to him for repairs. Ha ha ha, jokes that he makes, you know. He discusses a little bit about maintenance, how most of them are maintenance free within the lifespan of the construct. There's basic mending things for just general wear and tear. However, they're not impervious to outside damage. So abuse or poor choices on the employment will still destroy them. And he goes on and on and on. I mean, to the point where you guys are having your eyes liquefy and go roll back into your heads. It's so boring. Because now he's getting into things like articulated joints and all this stuff. Garlo's a little interested. He's intrigued. It's his, his gnomish heritage is kind of in there. Rafe is definitely like, this is very useful. But the rest of you, like, he might as well be telling you how to, go to Mars on a satellite dish and prayers and hope. None of you understand half of what he's saying, except for Rafe. And he only gets parts of it because this is certainly a wizard's perspective on construct development, not an artificer. How long do you wait before you leave the hour-and-a-half long discussion on constructs?
Well, somebody needs to know how long it is, so you can't leave until it's finished, Reed.
Luciano and Cimarine, I need you both to make Constitution saving throws or Constitution checks right now.
You fall asleep in the front of this guy's lecture.
Yeah.
Oh no!
That and you both were up very late or drinking very heavily.
Oh my god.
So,
I'm daydreaming more than anything. Thinking about James.
Boring indeed.
Critically boring.
Critically boring.
And then there was Axel the Zent and so many others who, poor Axel.
Oh, that's very
All right.
nice. That's nice.
So it looks like Cimarine has fallen asleep.
Just like not even subtle. It just like the person next to me, I leaned up against and put my head on their shoulder, and like a little bit of drool.
At one, there's probably a lot of bit of drool, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty heavily drooly. Unfortunately
Yeah.
for you, it also happened to be Axel who was sitting there
Oh
as you
no!
leaned over. And as if to make this even worse, he lets it happen. He lets you lean in.
Oh no. Well, safety and friendship. The flower crown I wear is not making it any more comfortable. It's like hitting his face.
Oh yeah, he's
He-
just thrilled like the
Gotta
girl's leaning up against him.
It's
It's
me.
probably the most
Good.
action he'll get all year.
It's good.
So Axel does not do well with the ladies ever.
I wonder
but,
why.
Yeah, it must be the
naughty.
breath.
Well,
So,
Maybe the greasy hair, the lack of general hygiene.
so about 35 minutes in, Cimmerine's out. Luciano is awake but daydreaming. Tertia, what are you doing?
Watching.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what else am I supposed to be doing?
You tell me. What would you do in this situation when you're bored out of your mind?
Pretend I'm paying attention.
Okay. Are you going to pretend you're paying attention and look for other things?
Not really.
Okay. All right. So you stand there, focused, bored out of your mind, but still focused. Okay.
Well, I don't know if I'd say focused, but definitely at least appearing to be focused.
Yes. Yeah. As far as everyone's concerned, you're intently staring at this.
And that is how the rack and pinion joint on the spinal areas allow for the rotation and do a 180-degree rotation as they need to without any problems. Do I have any questions?
How do you
Go ahead.
excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
How do you accommodate for any sort of friction built up in that mechanism, especially if it's turning more than after it hits 180? Does it reset around, or is it able to continue further along?
Oh, it can do a 360 all day long. But from a heat perspective, we solve that because we use magic.
I heard question and I popped out of my. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. The speed rate at which you would have to rotate in order for it to actually build up enough heat to do damage would be pretty astronomical.
I not so much about height, but just as is the mechanism. If it is spring rotated, then just the constant whirling on the gear. Do you have sort of countermeasures in order to brace that, or is it just a form of repair that you have to do, your basic maintenance?
If it went too far, too fast, I mean, the auto mending spells, which reduce, the wear and tear naturally at the end of every day, would work, unless there's something that would prevent an end of day like maintenance routine. The mending routine that's normally done to do minor repairs throughout it. But that would potentially do it. I mean, if it was set to spin all day and not stop for days and days and days at a time, then it would have potential problems. But luckily, most people would never work one of their very expensive constructs that way, unless they were just into it, I guess. But, I mean, I don't make the rules. I've had nobles ask for some weird stuff. But that being said, but normally, no. I mean, the normal wear and tear is pretty reduced. It would take an outside source inflicting all sorts of additional wear or damage to the unit before it would become like that. Yes. You should see these things make bricks right in the kiln. They just walk right in, stuff like that. These are all, and he starts tapping them. The finest metals. I can do them out of wood, but they're not very reliable that way.
Sort of reinforcement do you use to ensure that they remain in their intended shape as long as possible?
Rivets, mostly. Yes, and shaped metal, a few things here and there. and occasionally the arcane enchantment here and there with transmutation or whatever else we need to make the adjustments permanent, or at least mostly permanent.
So when I heard him ask for questions, I kind of snapped out of my daydream and I just asked the first question that I've had, which is, how did you get that out of the box?
Oh, what do you mean?
The-
Just
when-
open the door and it came out.
I'm just like,
If you're sincerely interested, please come to my other lecture at roughly 2 hours past high sun, and you can see how we talk about better living through planar pocket dimensions.
I will be there.
Oh, that sounds fascinating.
You will see this face
Yeah.
at talk.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for attending the lecture. The shop is open. Should you wish for enchantments and magics, we have it available. Of course, it's the finest made, planar dimensional portals, minor magical items, and of course, constructs for sale. Custom built or off the shelf, we do have quite a few. So, in the meantime, I will see you all in the shop. Good luck. And he walks in to his shop, and a couple people are clapping. A few wizards do walk into the shop as well, immediately to follow, in their green, purple, red, whatever color robes they're wearing. I mean, there's some that are desert sand mica, just because that's a funny car color paint job. We're just going to use that one, and that's it. And then you're hearing the sounds of the festival and other places as of right now. You're hearing the wizards go on. There appears to be some drums in the background that are occurring right now as they're getting ready for a wizard's duel. Magic missiles only and shield spells.
What?
Yes, it's gonna be a doozy.
There's a duel happening?
Oh yeah, it's totally a duel happening. They're like Harry Pottering it up. Shield. It's just happening like crazy back and forth as these two spry younger wizards settle it out, and the first person to get knocked prone is the loser. It was the wager for this one. And apparently, as you're asking around the crowd what's going on, the loser has to wear a sign that says, I am a pink dingleberry duck bait. I don't know what that means, but that's what he has to wear if they lose. So, like, for the next week.
Not
was
your
a
mother
duel
smells
of
of elderberries?
Major magic honor. I don't know. Wizards do weird stuff sometimes, just for the sake of doing it.
I would too if I was.
Does one of the young wizards have slick black blonde hair saying, "Your turn, plotter"?
Not exactly, no.
Not exactly.
Not exactly.
I look around, just letting the crowd disperse, and then I think I spot Sim and Axel together, and just try to lock eyes with anybody else. Like,
I mean, you're out. Like, you may wake up here in a minute or two, but I don't know yet. Someone may have to help you.
try to lock eyes with Lucy.
Hi. What?
Fuck it. I'll
The
just
crowd
go
is
over.
dispersed. Like, you guys are just weirdly
Yeah,
like trying
just
to
in
wave
the
each other as
thing
the
right
crowd
now.
is starting to fade out.
Yep, I'll go and try to wake up Sim.
Okay.
I'm gonna
As you
head over
walk
to
over to her,
Luciano.
3 kids come by. Ha ha ha! They're all carrying like little wooden like pretend magic wands that are sold. It's like going to medieval times, except instead of like fake swords and
Oh,
axes
God.
and stuff, it's fake wands, staffs, and wizard hats. And these kids are each wearing like dopey, like half poorly fitting wizard hats and wands and stuff like that. And the one kid goes, and they're like, oh, you didn't get me. And you walk by and you get to Sim, and Axel is still sitting there just like not moving. And he's just got this Sim, Garlo, you walk around and you see this guy, he's just like smiling,
Gonna ruin this guy's day,
mouth
Garland.
half open. He doesn't
Yeah.
dare move for ruining the moment.
Sorry there, pal. You're gonna have to cut this one short.
Oh, think she's
Perhaps tonight.
taking a liking to me.
Perhaps you can meet for a drink tonight.
That'd be downright nice. Same place?
I don't see why she would refuse.
Ah, outstanding. I'll see y'all there.
That was great. And just nudge Sim, just like kind of a little bit in the face, like, hey, come on.
I was flying.
How'd you enjoy the lecture?
It was
Have fun? Did you learn a lot?
boring. It was so boring. I think I lost a year of my life listening to that.
Oh.
It was bad.
Let's probably get out of here before any of the other wizards hear you say that. I might not take kindly to it.
Of course, I don't pay a single mind to Axel. I might as well be a stranger as I get up, brush myself off.
That was a nice nap, though. After a long night. What are we doing next?
Perhaps we can go check out the duel over there. I am gonna look to Rafe and just kind of like do a point just off the way back towards the inn that we were at.
Just after 9:30 a.m., by the way.
Mm-hmm. No, but it's more so just so we don't walk out as a group. Just meet back that way. So I'm just gonna point the direction, and then I'm gonna lead Sim.
Well then,
away.
Luciano, I think it's time for us to get a little bit inebriated.
You had me at it's time. I'm looking for any stall where I can get alcohol. I'm just like browsing.
That is not so much in this particular part of Daggerford. I mean, there are some stuff around the drill field.
There's
There are
another-
a couple
There's
vendors.
another tavern, like right there, right?
Oh yeah, let's go.
There is.
Good wizards don't let other wizards drink
No.
and cast.
There is. I mean, you've got the place where you were at, the Silver Flood Inn, but most of the bars and stuff are where you were at before, which is the River Shining Tavern, which is the second largest building right behind the keep. There's also the Happy Cow, which is where the hard cheese is owned. There is Lady Luck Tavern, which is not too far from the Shrine of Tamora.
I was thinking of the Clean Chin, but I guess it's a barber shop.
The Clean Chin is a barber shop, indeed,
Ooh,
as well as
probably
a mortuary facility. They make the caskets, if you will.
Well, I guess we should probably head back to the Silver Flood.
yeah. Grab a drink. I guess also discuss the specifics of our mission. You know.
Schwan.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the Schwim.
The Schmin. Yep.
So, are you all walking together?
No,
No, I'm gonna walk with Rafe.
Well, Rafe,
we're split up. Luciano and Rafe with, and then Garlo and Cimmerian, I believe.
Oh
and
no, Tertia.
Turja is soloing this.
Be careful.
So,
I'm soloing what?
you're not walking with either of the two groups of two at this stage. You're now solo walking.
Oh,
However, you're in the middle of the group. So, everybody makes it to the Silver Flood Inn with no issues.
Heck yeah.
On the way to the Silver Flood Inn, though, there are a number of people who, part from the crowd to allow a very cheerful high elf of some age, light blonde hair, and when I say some age, he looks old even for a high elf. He's been around a while, but he's not like withered or anything like that. He's just definitely older than you're used to seeing most elves that you've met, which are a few. Cimmerian, you've seen a lot of very old elves, some like ancient haggard ones, but this guy's, you put him at maybe 600 700 years old for a high elf, a gold elf. He's dressed very nicely. He has an entourage. There's a couple people, as you start to get too close, some of the bodyguards kind of move you gently, says, make way for Lord Flotion. That was not lotion, that was Flotion.
I'm sorry, I can only hear lotion now.
Lotion.
Yeah. So Lord Flotion. So that means that whoever this guy is, he does not look like the person you met the night before, Cimmerian.
In the alley, yeah.
Since I'm closest to Garlo at this point, again, we're all kind of slowly feeding in.
Hey, Garlo? Not to make a big deal or anything, but that guy over there said his name was Flotion, which isn't really the most common name I've ever heard. And the guy who attacked me last night also name was Flotion, but was a drow. But we saw the drow dead this morning. So we might find a dead. This
And
guy-
just as you say that, Lord Flotion walks by, pauses for a brief moment, and looks at you. Have we met?
No, I don't think so, sir.
No, I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to the elven lady
Apologies.
next to you. It's appreciated, though. I like your spirit.
Appreciate you so much.
You look so familiar, like someone I've once met.
I haven't met you, I don't think. But I met a Flotion before.
You met a Flotion before.
Yeah, it's just last night.
Here,
No, not here.
like in Daggerford.
In Daggerford, yes.
Very interesting. Did he look like me? He did not look like this guy.
No. That's why I'm saying I don't think I met you. I just met a Flotion.
No. First I've ever heard someone else with that name.
Is it a
No.
family name or
Yes. It's an elvish name.
how far
course.
back does it go?
About 10 generations.
And it's Flotion, like Flotion?
Yes.
That's exactly how we pronounce it.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. I appreciate you giving that to me.
Where are you from? I swear you look like someone I've met before.
I have a face.
Oh, she does. 2 eyes and everything.
It do be facts.
Well, good luck. I must be going. And on he goes.
I hated every minute of that.
Yeah, do you want to tell me about this Flotion commotion that's going on over here? Or is that something we're going to talk about another time?
I mean, all that happened was that I hung out at the bar last night, got rid of Axel. He puked. It was super yucky. And then this guy came up. Not this guy, but a Flotion, who's a drow. And then he's tried to convince me to walk with him. And I said no, because I didn't know
Good.
him. Right? Not that I knew any of you either, but we won't worry about that. And then he tried to attack me out of nowhere. I didn't do anything at all. And then I tried to hit him. He tried to hit me. It was really dark. Then he was gone. And then Rafe showed up. And then we all had a really good time. That's all that happened.
Is it possible he was just lying about his name?
Who would lie about that?
You?
Oh. I would never lie.
Oh, it's true. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's very true.
But he looked genuinely confused. There's something else going on.
He looked genuinely like he knew you.
As you said this, you have now walked in front of the inn. Were there any other conversations going on between Luciano and Rafe?
No. Hey, Rafe,
Yeah.
can you make little gnomes? Is that like you guys tinker, right? You guys do construct stuff. Can you make those little?
It's an awkward question. Maybe. I don't ever actually set out to make gnomes.
But you could.
Maybe.
Maybe we could use gnomes. I don't know how yet. I haven't worked it out, but like more gnomes, I think equals more success.
I feel
You
like
see-
Garlo might be opposed to that. It is a bit.
This is to Garlo's credit. I'm saying Garlo is so good. If we had more gnomes, we would be even better. So I think we should get on that. Right. Next time we go, we're gonna go tonight, this afternoon, right? I think we should definitely pay attention. That way we can make gnomes.
Well, and as I'm talking to him, I'm waving down the waitress and ordering wine. But it's the afternoon lecture is about how do I put this? Spatial distortions, making things bigger on the inside.
You can make like the box.
Yes, like the box or
Oh shoot!
the bag or, things like that.
That's awesome. That's even better than the gnomes. You know what? We definitely need to pay attention. All right, I'm done.
And with that, you're all walking into the Silver Flood Inn. And with that, we've just hit a point where we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to decide how much you're going to drink and where you're going to go next. And while we're doing that, could I ask you to drop that special code in chat when you get a chance to the Tech Goblins? And what's going to happen is we're going to drop a special code in chat that if you guys use that code, you can get some of those free packs of Streamloots. So I think the first 5 people who use this code get it. And I think you can only use it one at a time. So if you get the code first and it works, don't try it a second time because it won't let you. But definitely use it the first time. First come, first serve. There's the code right there. Type in exclamation Streamloots and hit that link with that code, and you will be able to use it and do some pretty cool stuff. And with that, we'll see you in just a few short minutes. And we're back. I just watched Luciano jump and spring into his chair just in time as he heard the countdown coming in the distance. Well, thank you so much, guys. I heard that there's some issues with the coupon code not working, but one of the things I wanted to point out is the first round circular character is an O and the last round circular character is a 0. So give that a shot. If you're copy and pasting it, I don't know what to tell you. Everything is showing as working on our end. Mind you, this is our first time using it, so we'll give it another shot and see what we can do with it. If we have to, we'll do that. At some point, though, we're going to be gifting some things out here, I think, starting now. Just, if you're talking in chat, you're probably going to get a Streamloots gift pack. So hang out, continue to be cool in chat, and we're going to probably throw some cool stuff your way. So, and I see we have a few people in chat also, so I just want to thank some of the new followers. Thank you guys very much. And returning back to our story, the party has just walked into the Silver Flood Inn where they're staying. They have just watched the Constructs lecture, the most boring lecture ever, where they have now stepped in to their inn after getting away from it, seeing that this entire box and construct set was brought out by this wizard. They were stopped by what appears to be a noble in Daggerford, who carried the same name as someone that was obviously a drow, found murdered the next morning, who was using his name, or a name that sounded very much similar. And with that, the party has entered the inn. What do you wish to do now?
Oh, I'm definitely acquiring a bottle of wine, and I'm going to sit down with Luciano, and we're going to talk about how things get weird when you artifice with gnomes.
Yes. I'm ready to get weird.
Arlo is scared of this conversation.
Garlo! We're talking gnomes! Garlo!
Hello? What exactly... Do we want to go up to the rooms and maybe discuss planning, or you just want to stay down here?
Oh, well, the alcohol's here, so...
I mean, the alcohol can go anywhere. It's in a bottle.
Impossible. Do you
Alcohol
see how heavy
does...
it is? Impossible.
Anyway, so as you were asking, I'm sure that we could, construct some artificed gnomes.
Yes.
But I'm worried about the potential recursiveness of artificed gnomes. What if the artificed gnomes build more artificed gnomes?
Then we have more. I feel like that's better, right? Then we do less work and we get more gnomes.
Oh no, this is just as boring. Garlo, I'm gonna go up to the room. This is awful.
Sam, think there's more Garlos.
I
Right.
like our Garlo. We don't need more.
But
I'm
what
going to go
happens
to the room
when
with
the
Samari.
gnomes are, just making more gnomes endlessly?
No, Mageddon.
Oh my god.
Get it?
Oh god. I haven't thought about that. Maybe we can throw them in that space, that bigger space that's on the inside of the bag, and we can just hold them all in there.
Sure, that's a solution. As constructs, I guess they could actually just go inside of a bag of holding. Interesting.
Pull one out as needed.
Right.
Infinite gnomes in an infinite space. It makes sense. Greatest weapon ever.
No sense at all. I'm so sorry. I don't want to crush your dreams, Lucy, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
You had the same thing as me. The dude was making gnomes.
It takes a long time to make a construct like that.
That's why we were talking. If they made themselves, you save time, you get more gnomes.
And you still spend 4,000 gold apiece.
This is one of those conversations that's not. This isn't a winnable argument. This is like, you know,
Kind of
I
already
yeah.
a
wasn't.
bottle of
The
wine.
world is not flat. I know you keep telling me this, but it is not flat.
This is,
I've
I'm
been
sorry,
sold
Lucy,
on infinite gnomes now.
Yep, I misunderstood. I didn't understand that they would be making themselves. Perfect plan.
Thank you.
Right.
Oh, it sounds great.
Recursive gnomes. Do you see the problem, Garlo?
I'll take ale too. Perhaps we
Submarine,
can continue this upstairs.
Yeah,
you
sure.
get upstairs first. Turja, what are you doing, by the way? I just hold on a second. I forgot. I got to come back to Turja. What are you going to do in the end? as these guys are
Turge is
saying
going
this?
to go upstairs and do a short rest to attune her cloak of elven kind.
Okay, so
Because she figures that'll come in
Cimarine
kinda
and
handy.
Turja both go up. You open the door. Turja, the smell hits you first. The smell's not as big a surprise for Cimarine. However, Luciano's bed is torn apart already. Oh, Dennis Calendar, thank you so much for gifting 5 packs to the community. You rock. Really appreciate that. I know who that is, so really appreciate that. So as you enter the room, luckily the rest of the room is not shredded. Just Luciano's bed and pillow. And in the remains of the fluffy pillow area, there appears to be a happy badger that is like kind of just moving feathers around and for random inspiration. Hold on a second. Let's see who gets that. Cimarine. Thank you so much. And thank DJ D20 Den for your D4 inspiration. Okay.
And I think at this point, Luciano and Rafe are just going to drink and discuss things until somebody comes to get them.
Oh yeah.
Infinite collapsing space gnomes.
I mean,
I'm having my first ale, waiting for a beat in this conversation where I can again try to coax them upstairs, and it's just like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, of course.
I could have a band of gnomes. I could teach each one to play a single instrument. It could be the greatest traveling show of all time.
So, Turja, as you get into the room and the smell hits you, are you going to go lay down on your bed, try to get a short rest in?
For lack of alternatives of places to go where I can be guaranteed to not be interrupted, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you pull the cloak out, put it on. You're kind of just working the different angles of it, attuning to how does this thing work now. It's like I throw the hood up and it's not working. I throw the hood up. It's not working. I throw the hood up. Ooh, I disappeared for a minute. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I look like the wall. I don't look like the wall. And you continue to work the hood. Cimarine, what are you doing?
I think at first I'm going to sit down on Luciano's bed and try to pet the badger, since it seems fairly docile right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I have... I lied. I just lied. I know something I want to talk about. So, Turja, you're doing okay, right? Like, you hit the ground pretty hard when we were coming out this way. Are you doing okay?
Can I attune to the cloak and talk at the same time? Does that work?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do I remember hearing our friends, the crow, when I was unconscious?
I don't know, do you? Make a intelligence check.
Okay. 10.
Nope.
I say, well, yeah. I mean, I feel fine. Thank you. Why did something happen that I don't know about?
I just think you took a nasty fall, and we were all kind of worried about you. And usually when people take those kind of falls, I don't know, sometimes you become a whole new person. I don't know you well enough. Are you a whole new person?
I don't feel like a whole new person, but would I be able to tell?
Oh goodness, I don't know. That's a really big question. I gotta say I like this person, so maybe don't fall so you don't become a new person.
I will bear that in mind. I don't want to fall either.
Yeah, you'll be okay. Cool cloak.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
I think I'll be able to hide with it.
Can you do the thing again? Do the hide.
I throw up the hood.
As you throw up the hood, you can see that she starts to blend into the bed and the wall. And you can still see some rippling there as she moves a little bit, but it's like it just became the same kind of colors. It's certainly shifted very quickly.
You have a telltale shimmer now. I
don't
like
know,
it.
I don't know. It's like a ripple, not like a shimmer, but kind of like how Predator would ripple.
I was
a little
thinking
bit.
Predator as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. But it's not perfect. But it's if she stands still, you could tell how this would really help her hide very, very well.
I think that's gonna be super helpful. Good find.
Yeah, we got really lucky finding that wagon with all that stuff in it, didn't we?
Oh yeah, everyone seemed to get something really cool. I mean, we have this awesome badger now. Meanwhile, the Tressum, I'm sure, is just not having any of this, as it's like hanging out on me still. But regarding the badger with a glare, it's not digging the bonding.
Right. The badger.
What do you have against badgers?
Torn furniture.
We can fix that.
Shitting in the corner.
Yeah, that sucks.
Character flaw.
But you know, it's an animal. We can't expect it to be like us. It's just a little guy, you know.
I'm not saying it's the badger's fault.
Yeah.
I'm saying badgers don't really belong in inns or villages or with people.
But like, his life's probably getting better for just being in the woods.
Yes, and ours is getting worse.
Oh. And that like actually completely deflates me a bit. And as I take a moment to kind of sit back down, a little looser in the bed. Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it.
Meanwhile, downstairs, winos.
Downstairs, the crowd is getting kind of lively. The festivities have begun in full swing. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning,
Okay.
and people are now drinking. People have come in. They've talked about some of the cool things they've seen. They're pulling out things out of bags and showing cool stuff that they bought over at the market. They're pretty excited about this entire festival thing. And a couple people are wearing like silly, fake wizard hats and, kitschy touristy stuff that people are selling like crazy. Now I swear, he told us about this bag of colding. It keeps everything cold and fresh.
Ooh,
Holds a lot, but it also keeps it cold and fresh. So your sweetmeats, your pastries, your pies, they all stay cold until you cook them. They're amazing.
It seems very useful.
Yes. Well, for 50 gold pieces, it better be. But, absolutely.
Sure, I could see how you would be angry if it wasn't.
Good lord. We should probably find the ladies. We need to start discussing. We have.
Wait, you lord, yes. Sorry, I was checked. Yes, let's do
Yes?
that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I mean,
Best
I
idea
don't
I've
want to
heard.
stop this amazing gnome conversation, though.
I mean,
Before we go,
you-
Garlo, do you need more beer?
no, thank you. I just remembered, though, I have some artificering components up in the room right now.
Oh.
We could get started on this.
Yes.
Up in the room. Let's go up there.
Sure.
I
Hang on
downed
a
my
second.
first. What am I drinking right now? I assume I had some kind of ale that
You
we.
had cheap
had
ale.
wine.
You guys all had
I
cheap
down
ale.
it. I'm like, yes.
We had
Let's
cheap
go.
wine, is what we had.
Oh yes, the wine. Yeah,
Breakfast wine,
Breakfast
brunch wine, lunch wine, dinner
No,
wine,
that's the
dessert
brunch wine
wine.
starts slurring everything.
Let's go. Let's go. Artifice. Is that-
Immediately following after you get up,
Artifice?
the table is cleared and more people sit down. Like this place is starting to pack.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You guys walk upstairs. The first thing that hits your noses is the scent of semi-reeked and aged badger poop.
No, I see we have another gift.
Oh. What? In
And Luciano's bed is shredded to bits along with his pillow. And
Oh my
there's a
goodness.
badger. Just
Gotten into trouble, haven't you? Just babying him. Oh my goodness. See, guys, he only did the one bed. It's fine. He's good.
you can't
He's
see
learning.
Turja
He's-
anywhere in the room.
Oh,
And Simmarine
I'm
appears
paying
to be
attention to the
talking
badger.
wall.
Oh. Is he happy, Sim? Have you talked to him?
I haven't talked to him recently, no, but this is because we made a compromise. Hey, everybody, here's a fun fact. He only turns up the room to show that he cares because he's trying to make it comfortable for us. How cute is that?
You're such a thoughtful little...
1 inch heroes. Thank you for the raid.
Such a thoughtful little guy. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I almost went into badger voice. Sorry. And the badger comes up and immediately scampers over to the foot of the bed and is like right up to Lucci.
I'm gonna put him up on the bed. I'm gonna sit on the bed with him. Pet him,
He's
be
on
like,
the bed.
Oh, I thought he was on the foot of the bed.
Oh no, he's on the foot of the bed. Yeah, just coming up
Petting
to
him.
you.
Oh.
It's kind of like a puppy running up to.
Yeah, I'm scratching behind his ears right now. Just, oh my god, you're so adorable. I missed you so much. Oh, you would have hated it. It was a lot of
He then
talking.
starts to smell around your pocket.
Oh yeah.
Badger's name again?
And starts to try to dig into your pocket because he knows there's ham in there.
Oh yeah, I'm letting him have it. He can have it. So,
Oh, well, he's having it, and he just shredded up your pants, tearing it apart to get to that meat. Because that's what badgers do. He's like,
poor
your
guy.
pants just ripped. You know, your glamour weave pants just
Bad.
ripped.
Oh.
Well, at least I have an excuse to go see James later.
Just take off trow in this room.
No, I'm just saying. I know I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
taking my pants off yet. No.
That's
I'm
what you
just
were
saying. That's an excuse right there. I'm not so sad right now. Thinking about now I have another reason to go see the tailor in town.
And also
Before
would
you
make
do
up for the
that-
fact you don't have a bed.
Well,
I'm actually just going to walk over and briefly intone a prayer to God about mending and cast mending on Luciano's pants.
I need you to roll 2d100, Luciano.
B2D 100.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Two nat ones. Let's see it.
Roll a d100, basically.
Hell opens up.
Okay, your pants retain their magic. They did not get destroyed in the process of the badger having its field day with your pants.
Okay. I'm gonna look at him very sternly and be like, buddy, look at me. You can have ham. You need to wait till it's given to you though next time. We don't rip people's clothes. Clothes are not beds. I'm trying to be very
I look at Luciano and say, do you know how to speak to animals too?
knack
The
with
hell
him.
I
No,
said that.
I'm
Turd-
going to go ahead and
Turd,
roll-
I turned where the voice came from. I'm like, yes, Turd, you don't have to speak. What?
Garlo, do you speak with animals?
I can't. I've watched it happen a few times. I might be able to do it, but I'd need about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. It just comes up to nuzzle you some more. All the
Yeah,
ham's
so,
gone.
like I said, I turned to wherever I heard Turge's voice coming from, and I was about to speak to her, be like, no,
And
it's fine. Where?
Turd just standing there with a cloak on.
It's a neat trick.
Where did you? Bags with endless space, fake gnome people, and invisible. What is happening today?
I
We're
believe
going
the,
onto a schmip to schmeal a schmleckless.
I believe the term is magic, Luciano.
I'm familiar with like the common man's magic. I've never seen someone disappear. Oh my god.
Which god?
I'm petting Stampy because it has been herding cats to get everybody into the room. So I need my skunk. But let's see. So about what we're doing here. Do we have a plan going forward? I'd like to get a look at the dock, at least see how busy it is this morning. But as far as distraction, Rafe, Lucy,
Yeah,
you have that in the bag.
I'm still
Oh
thinking.
yeah. Don't worry. I have several real questions about spatial dynamics, and I can probably think up a few more.
And I am good at talking.
Are you?
Yeah,
Do you even know how drunk he is right now? The man doesn't slur.
I think it's a quantity over quality, Sim.
Exactly. You don't have to ask the right questions as long as you keep asking them.
All out, all at once. I did notice, though, as we were watching, the afternoon traffic might be a little bit different, but there was plenty of wagons up and down the causeway there, so if things do appear to go off in a bad way, it might not be too hard to cause traffic.
Speaking of which, we do need to acquire a wagon for the cheeses, and also the cheeses from the hard cheeses.
Do we even know how much cheese it is? I thought it was like a wheel.
4 wheels.
4 wheels.
What if we just roll them all the way back?
Oh, I was going to say we make a card out of them.
It's cheese. It could go right into my bag. That's not a big deal. But we were going to get a card so that we could use it. But it's not important.
Oh, wait. Yeah, if we got a fancy bag just to toss them in, why would we waste time with a card? That's just extra. Nah.
Okay, then we'll just get the horses.
Yes. So do we get horses first and then steal stuff? Spiel stuff?
Spiel. That's up to you all. I assume we're not and I turn away from we're not taking horses to the event, are we?
Maybe you two get the horses while we go schmeal the schmamulet.
Fair. What's gonna be our signal to reconvene? How do we know that the plan's gonna?
Well, I don't think we need a signal to reconvene. I think we simply, you and I simply need to go get the horses and then leave.
Okay.
And we'll meet on the road outside the caravan grounds, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any way to signal at a distance, inconspicuously?
You will remember that Raven does have a way to send messages magically.
I'm not sure Turge ever actually knew you did that.
I have thrown messages into Turge's head.
I thought, you definitely did it to Garlo. I thought too.
And Garlo, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you do that head talking thing again, maybe, to tell us when the wizard's demonstration is over and he might be getting back to his ship?
And in that you'll hear in your head, you mean this one?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, that should be doable.
I can send messages just loudly.
It's now 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, time for a nap.
I'm not sure that loud messages are exactly what we're going for, but if it happens, it happens.
It's in my back pocket. Locked and loaded.
Okay, so it sounds like we have the escape plan, but we still don't know what the heck we're doing when we get there. So what's our game plan of the ship?
Do we have a way to find this amulet quickly?
No, because we can't trace it through magic.
We just know that we know where it's supposed to be kept, supposedly. But my only worry is that this wizard is given, his magical TED Talk on spatial distortion. His ship is probably chock-a-block full of it.
Well, I guess the worst case scenario is it's a lot bigger on the inside. It just means more ground to cover.
So I suppose just sending one of us in probably won't be quick enough.
I don't know if it's safe very much either. We did see the porthole window, which is roughly about where we know it's supposed to be at the front of the ship. Correct, DM? That's where
he said, toward the bow.
Toward the bow of the ship. And so we know there's a porthole window on that side to the front of the ship. If that's our ticket in? Possibly. I don't know if it opens, but I know if you break something, it's open.
Well, if we are breaking windows on a strange ship in broad daylight, don't you think people might notice that and question us?
Could be super loud. There's fireworks. There's explosions.
There's also gold to pay certain people to look another way.
We could come up with a solution once the window's broken.
Right.
Turja, for you, is that like a new concept to bribe someone not to look the right way for your character?
It's really not, but she prefers to do it in situations where it will, work.
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to do it, Turja?
I was thinking walk in the front door, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Like, we belong there.
You're gonna walk up the plank and onto the top deck of the ship.
For lack of any other way onto the ship, unless, like, we can get into the water on the other side and break into it out of view.
Can certainly try.
They also have icky gnomes that can be underwater.
No.
I remember that. That was before I fell asleep.
Yes, I hear Sim say that, and I look dreaded over at Lucy, thinking we had dodged this conversation enough. Well, I think it might help too if we maybe take a quick gander outside the walls. We can take a look around the facility or around the festival. We can take in a little bit. It's still the afternoon, but we can go and look and see how tight security is.
I think that's a good idea.
Take a walk down the docks.
Not you and I, Lucy. The further away from the docks we are, the better.
True.
You two keep having fun drinking. We're gonna go work.
I'll save you a drink, Sim.
You better.
Oh. Tiefling's honor. I don't know.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
Okay.
Tiefling, like you touch horns.
I don't.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm just going to go ahead and pull a bottle of wine out of the bag of holding and be like, we have plenty of wine.
So you guys going to stay in the room and drink, or are you guys going to go?
I want to wander
downstairs
around
and-
the festival still. I want to. So, see the duels.
looking for trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely going to
At that point, you also hear a loud explosion outside, like boom, and the dust shakes from the eaves, and
Run to the window.
people kind of stop for a minute, and then they go right back to drinking.
Oh yeah, whatever our way our window's facing. Do I see anything outside of it?
No, but there was a bright flash.
Good to know that loud explosions don't immediately draw full attention here.
There you go. Distraction method. Blow something up. That could cover a broken window, right?
Could.
Look around the room.
Very true.
Okay, well, what if we can do both? We can have two teams, someone trying to break through a window, someone trying to go up the top. But that way, we're covered on both ends.
Wait, you got that new thing that made you invisible? Can you sneak onto the ship?
I was thinking something similar.
Right, which of you is the lookout then?
I'll be honest, I've been pretty distracted this whole time we've been in town. I can give it my best, though.
I was thinking probably having quick in, quick out. Just, you guys are the lookout. Send us a message if
The wizard's coming back.
the wizard's coming back. But as far as that goes, I think if we try to bribe a guard, get him to look the other way, or, we need to knock him out for a little bit, it'd be fine too.
Perhaps if there's a guard, we could tell
sure.
him we lost something on the ship and need to get it back.
Just to be clear, if there are any guards anywhere near the water, they're going to end up in the water. Turner's around, right?
What?
There's a history involved here.
Oh, okay.
So, just
we're-
as that gets said, boom, boom, two more loud explosions occur. Eaves shake for a minute, and you see people go, wow, that's pretty good. I wonder what they're doing out there now.
Does it sound like it's coming from the south near the drill field?
It's you can't tell where it's coming from. It's one of those loud sounds that are so loud you even hear echoes as it reverbs off the castle walls or the fort walls.
It's too
Windows
much.
shake. Don't break, but they definitely shake.
I gotta go see. Like without saying a word, I just get up and I start walking out because I want to go outside and see what's going on.
Okay, so as you go out the front door, which does not face anywhere near where this is probably coming from, you're hearing people go, wow, they're just really cranking those fireballs today.
Someone say fireball?
But yes, the wizards, they're showing off more. I mean, it's truly spectacular, but
Yes. Wait till you see tonight.
What happens tonight?
Oh, I mean, giant displays of pyrotechnics and magic prowess by wizards everywhere. The only thing more spectacular would be some major festival in like a major city like Neverwinter or Waterdeep. But
Who would want that one? We have Daggerford.
exactly. Bring it on home. Pull out a fist. Yeah, for Daggerford.
Daggerford, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
And they move along.
okay. Well, that checks out.
You're the only one standing outside.
I'm gonna start wandering towards the docks.
Okay.
Yeah, seeing her go, I'll just look at Terza. I'm gonna go take a walk by the dock.
Well, I guess the plan's in motion. We should probably make our way down towards the the drill field, Luciano.
Absolutely. Let's go, Rafe.
All right. So you guys start making your way out. And Garlo, Turja, and Cimarine make their way down to the docks area. As you wander down the pathway and around and then through the gates, which have a number of guards at the gates, the guards are pretty chill. They're letting people in and out. There's people who are going back down to the beach to hang out and throw stones. You know, kids are running back and forth as well as a number of wagons going back and forth, unloading some of the ships at the docks as well. But as you get down there, you see the ship that is obviously the one you kind of glanced at before where you saw him get off. And as you look at it, it's standing there on the docks with no ships to the left or the right of it. Other smaller ships and barges are on the other side of the dock, the same pier. And there's further docks with other ships as well.
Does it appear there are any guards doing rounds on the docks itself, or are they all kind of staying up in the tower?
Besides the ones in the tower at the gate, as well as the ones at the top of the tower keeping watch, just in general, air sentries, so on and so on, looking for trouble. They are also, there's like a few two-man patrols that are checking out, but it's like they're there just to have a presence. They're not really rousting people or creating problems. They're just there in case something goes wrong. That's your feel.
Yeah. About how many would you say, like, spitball?
Make a
There's
perception check.
Couple two-man. Woof. That's a
You
one.
you see a group of two that are kind of walking the beach and checking the docks and waving to people and giving the nods. There's 4 guards at the actual gate itself.
I have a thought as we walk along the beach. I have a thought that, Terja, if you're sneaking, there's a chance I could pass myself off as an artificer under the employ of Mr. Thumwild, needing to get onto the ship to grab a piece, probably like a hyperlux screw, some kind. But it might get us on the ship a little bit less look-a-loose.
I say, there's also... Now, I don't know if we can count on this. I've never had this spell actually work for me before, but I know a spell that in theory could make me look like somebody else.
Ooh.
Damn.
So if I look like Mr. Thumwild, or maybe there was that other person that we saw on the dock at the ship yesterday.
Sure, his underling of some kind.
Yes, if I look like one of them and I'm escorting you, that would get us on board.
That's a really good idea.
Could work.
It could.
There's also a bad idea of we can approach from the water from the other side of the dock and then swim up to the not guard-facing side of the ship.
I don't know if I'm that good a swimmer.
I roll my shoulders a little bit. I have a perfect swimmer's body. Not just in like bragging, but as a gnome with this highest strength score, it's like Michael Phelps, but like 3 feet tall. Like,
He's
that
not the
actually, like,
butterfly. He
true?
does the hummingbird.
Imagine him angry swimming.
hydroplaning essentially, just like slapping the water as I go. Yeah, it's not the best idea, but if we're trying to be sneaky. Sim, how about you?
Can I roll perception to see if I can find any seashells?
Sure.
Okay. Huh? What? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
So there are shells there, but they're like river oysters. You know, this river flows into the ocean, but you're a bit upriver. You're a few miles in. There's definitely stuff in there, but it's not like the ocean where it's just chock full of shells all over the place.
They're actually pretty.
She still takes one.
Yeah.
Takes one.
As you mosey down closer to the docks, you get to the ship itself. Let's see here. Seeing the ship, let's show you the top of what you see here. This is what you see. You see the forecastle, the aft castle, and the middle of the ship from the outside. Hold on a second here. And that's what you see, but what it's not showing is the actual encounter. Hold on a second. Let me get this back here. There we go. All right, so as you get there, this is what you see. As you look from the dock, you see 4 human-sized constructs standing in the middle of the ship on each side of the, the side walls where it is. And there's on the left-hand side, or the port side of the ship, you see a gangplank that goes up from the dock to the ship itself. On the aft castle and the forecastle, you see on each of those 2 more humanoid-sized constructs standing stoically, almost like statues. If you hadn't seen them move before, you wouldn't believe it. And you already know that there are 4 somewhere in the city of Daggerford as well that helped him move whatever that large box was that became his shop. Now that you've seen all this, you still see the porthole on the left-hand side, the starboard, or the port side. There is a rope that goes from the pier all the way up to the front, kind of keeping it tied up there. That does kind of droop kind of by that porthole, should you wish it. The sails are all pulled tight so that they don't go anywhere. This is what you see.
Look, and then ask Turja and Sim, you happen to spot any hinges around that porthole?
Really?
Make an investigation check.
Nope.
15.
There are indeed hinges.
I point and say, yeah, right over there, see?
These are the 2 hinges.
We find out Carlo is farsighted. No.
Well, they're kind of built into the seal of it as well, so it's hard for you to see. But
some filigree.
Turja has a knack for that, I think.
It's so nice to be able to see somewhere without glasses.
I mean, I don't know how gifted you are, Turja. That cloak seems awful handy, but that looks like a lot of eyes up on board that ship.
Well, it depends on
There
what the
are a couple
constructs-
people on the dock. Some are fishing. Some are just, out there enjoying the light. There's a couple of people who are unloading a ship on the other side of the dock. A barge has come down with trade goods from further upward.
I tell Garla, well, it depends on what those constructs are. Why are magic to do, I guess. And maybe they're just a repair. I mean, maybe they're not guards. Maybe they're like repair constructs or something. Or maybe they're only activated if you do certain things.
Sure. We know there's 4 little gnomes on here somewhere that are for repairings.
You don't know that.
I thought that's what our
He had 4 gnomes with him out of his little magic
Fair
ship,
enough.
but you don't know what he's got on the ship or around it.
there's a
Pretty good
possibility
guess.
there's 4 gnomes. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what y'all are thinking. It seems a little cluttered right now, but maybe Mr. Thumbwild's speech will entice some other people to leave here.
That's why I think it might be best if we don't try to sneak on board the ship. If we just act like we belong there, people might not. People might just assume we belong there and not cry the alarm.
That's fair. My concern, although not like I don't think they really question so much as maybe attack. Because what if they're just trained to attack people that don't look like who they're supposed to look like?
You can try that spell I mentioned.
Yeah.
I can do it up to. I can do it 2 times. If I can do it at all.
And who did you want to disguise yourself as?
Wild himself.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that could work.
And his apprentice is his fellow that was with them on the dock, if we can. I don't know how well I can do that. I didn't get a good look at that guy.
Worth a try.
It's better than nothing. At least then they won't have a valid description to chase if they look for us later.
Okay.
What if they look for you later?
They won't know what I look like either.
Well, no, I mean, because I don't think... Can you disguise other people?
Yeah, if I can do it myself, I can do other people.
I imagine also we're talking hushed as we're kind of in front of this boat with other people around, right?
Actually, can you use oh no, it's disguise self. I can't do other people. Well, I can maybe do a little of... No, I can't. No. I can only disguise myself. I'm sorry.
That's okay. What if you disguise yourself and then one of us is just a guest? Or we're both your guests?
That might work.
I think that's probably the easiest. What happens if that doesn't work? Do we run? Do we fight?
Do we jump off
Probably.
the ship and try to climb up to that part hull? Because I imagine if there's one on one side, there's probably one on the other.
I don't know.
I think we should just go with something. We'll never know what happens unless we pick something. And I think this plan where you dress up as the guy himself will be some very astute students. And I won't say a word to make sure this goes off without a hitch.
That might be for the best.
I agree.
And if it fails, we run? Because if there's an alarm on there, is it likely it's going to stir up, them up there? Point at the tower.
Probably.
Doesn't Luciano have a hat that makes you look like other people?
Yeah.
He has a hat of disguise.
They do.
Maybe we
have-
should grab that before we enact the plan.
Do we have
You
enough
won't-
time to learn about it and get cozy with it? See if it even fits our heads.
Do you need to attune yourself to the hat of disguise?
You wouldn't know to ask him that because you're not there with him.
I'm asking out of character.
You wouldn't know.
Alright.
I'm
had one
asking
before.
in character, are you talking about Lucy's chef hat? I mean, it's a good disguise, but it's not really that good.
It's
Oh, you
better
mean the
than
magic
no
one?
dis-
Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah. If we could use that if somebody else could use that to disguise themselves, that might be helpful as well.
Fair enough. I think we've seen all we can here. Let's go try to find them and get ourselves a hat.
Let's go.
Okay. So, taking a look around some more, you guys step away, and on your way out, you see a guy wandering the beach. He's playing a ukulele. Ding, 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 ding. I'm a lover of ladies. I'm a stealer of hearts and souls. I'm Victor Kane, and everybody loves my singing. And he is just playing it up and down, just going to town there during this festival. As he comes up to all of you, he comes up to you guys, starts to play a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. Hello. How are all of you today?
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, we're wonderful. How are you?
I am outstanding. And who might you be with the braids?
Guessing that
That'd
must
be
be
you,
you.
Georgia. You have braids.
I know. I'm just sort of staring at him like I've never seen a bard before.
Oh, well, I prefer to think of myself as a master minstrel, but whatever fits the bill. What's your name? I'm Victor Kane.
Victor Kane, that's a really impressive name. It's a
Thank
good,
you.
strong name.
Thank you. Thank you. I wish I could take credit for it. My mother
Apple.
deserves all the credit. What was your name, Miss?
Apple.
Apple. What a terrible name. So fragrant. I don't believe you for a minute. But
Oh, that's okay. I don't believe you. It's fine.
can I call you Apple Blossom?
No.
Sure.
No, not you. Her. With the braids. You, on the other hand, I would call Fire Blossom.
I don't want you calling me anything.
Okay. So, Apple, where are you from?
Somewhere else.
Oh, well, I could tell everyone right now is from somewhere else. Well, anyway, it was a pleasure meeting all of you. Good luck. Enjoy the festivities. Don't forget to tip your minstrels. And he continues on playing the guitar because obviously no one wanted to talk to him. So he just moves along.
I say we won't tip our minstrels.
We tip our minstrel.
Carlos just kicking the ground a little bit. It's like, I would have been a Fire Blossom. Red hair. Fine. Didn't matter.
Girl,
Didn't care.
Do you want us to call you Fire Blossom?
No.
We
Don't.
can. We
Do you
can.
want us to call that smarmy bard back so he can flirt with you instead?
No. Maybe. Let's go find Lucy.
You're very pretty, Garlo. You'd be a good Fire Blossom.
I
All
think so
right.
too. Victor was human?
Victor was human.
Victor was human.
Is human.
Was.
He's dead now.
Surprise Lich.
Crushed by a broken heart.
Oh god, Beach Lich.
Vacation Lich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the
Open
thing.
shirt and trunks.
Jimmy Buffett is a lich. Oh god.
Ugh.
Alright, on the loot. On
Sun's
the
out,
look for
corpse
Lucian. Exactly.
Yeah, I guess
So
we're
making your way back in, you walk up to the gate. The gate guards just kind of wave you and a few other kids back and forth through. You hear a couple more boom, 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 and you see bright flaming balls explode into the air south of you. At this point, as you guys get back, Rafe and Luciano, are you going down to the drill field?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
So
we're
in the
drinking our
drill
way.
field-
Drinking our way to the drill field.
Drinking your way to the drill field. There are on the way over there, there's different concession stands. They're selling things like, fried potatoes. You see Scotch eggs, but they're not called Scotch eggs here. They're called dwarven eggs. Just because it just felt right to say.
I was
that.
gonna say.
There are various different sausages with bread buns that are being served as well, and anything you want to eat as well as drink is available quite quickly. And you guys blow about 3 silver a piece in various different sundries and deliciousness easily.
Oh yes.
Heading into the drill field, you're watching wizards do different things. Some have little shops set up. There's various different magical perfumes, fragrance that lasts all day.
Oh, no, thank you. We
Would
don't
you
have
like some
any-
Nolzur's marvelous pomade for yourself there?
I kind of like rake through my hair. What? Yeah. Can I see what kind of hold is it?
Oh yeah, and he pulls out a little rounded cylindrical thing with a lid. You can't use any. It costs money. But this pomade, you can see my hair. It just has amazing lift. It looks slick. It's amazing all the time. And all of that, if it doesn't work right for that moment, I can reshape it. And he immediately takes his hand and shapes it. It now comes in a little fun spike there. Look, a faux hawk. And now I can go in here and works it around. He goes, look, it's now the Princeton. See, it's really small here, and it works beautifully. Yes.
How much does a jar generally go for?
Oh, why, 5 gold apiece.
Oh, would you take 2?
No. Good luck.
Is there like a sample?
And he immediately
size?
stops
Oh,
talking to you and
damn.
moves on. We have various magical sundries, or not magical sundries, magical products for, looking your best.
Magical
what would you like? Try it. Make you look delightful.
Don't
Some
worry
of the
about it,
ladies
Luciano.
are coming up.
That
Oh.
was very overpriced pomade.
I normally not stingy, but 5 gold for pomade. All he was doing
Magical
was,
pomade, sir. I can hear you.
well, sir, you just moved your hair. I could do that too. And I kind of push my hair to the front. I'm just like, huh.
Yes, and you look messy, and I look good. And he just continues on talking to the various different people. He goes, we have various different colorations of lipsticks that will last all day. They don't come off. However, at the strike of midnight, they disappear completely. It's just part of the magic.
Is that Oscar over there? I really don't want to miss any of this lecture, Luciano.
No.
We should get closer.
Yes, absolutely.
The magic shop is there,
I'm wasting time with anyway.
but the 4 constructs are at each corner. Whether he's inside or not, you don't know.
Okay.
Oh, well, it is a shop. Maybe we can go in.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down to spend money. Absolutely. Burning a
Hello?
hole in my pocket.
Hello, Wizard Thumbwild. Hello.
You going in?
Yes.
Yes.
Bing, bing, bing. The door rings briefly as a bell gets hit as you come in. And the place is massive inside. You go in, you went into a single story building that's roughly, 20 feet by 20 feet wide. And you go in and there's at least a 4-story inside with stairways and ladders and all sorts of things going up in different places. There is one side completely full of books, another side that has various different things in cabinets and shelves, and quite a few constructs as well. Not an army of them, but different sizes and types. They are there for sure.
You see, Luciano, bigger on the inside.
God. How in God's name?
Well, it's not quite a miracle. I'm sure Wizard Thumbwild will be able to tell us a little bit more about it later. I have many questions.
You hear a couple wizards chuckle that are there shopping and looking at various different things as you guys are talking, and they can hear you. And then they kind of go over to the counter and hit the bell, bing, and the apprentice comes up to the counter. Yes, I heard the bell, and handles the things that the wizards are there. There's a bag or 2 of this, that, and the other. A couple of accoutrements that you don't recognize, and he rings it up. They immediately drop bags of coin on the table. He checks them, counts them out. Yep. Drops that into a box down below, hands them their stuff, wishes them luck, and they're on their way. A few moments later, he goes, yes, can I help you with anything?
Oh,
Hello.
Actually, I'm wondering, is there anything in here that would be useful for, shall we say, as someone who has a problem with people entering their personal space too often?
do you mean like when you say personal space, you mean people who don't want to be in your personal space?
No. Let's say I don't want people to be in my personal space. Do you have anything that could assist with that problem?
Oh, yes, a number of different things. Are you looking for items, spells? I mean, are you of the...
Oh, no, I'm a priest.
Oh, so you're looking for items.
Yes.
Well, I suppose we could... I mean, we have a few wands of lightning. They're not cheap. I have a ring of shocking grasp. Maybe that might be useful.
Oh. Possibly.
Yes.
You have a ring of grass?
No, shocking grasp.
Grasp. Oh, I was.
Yes.
confused
Shocking
how that-
grasp would be interesting. Maybe we should work on that. He writes a note down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be good for livestock, just keep making grass. I don't know. Spitballing.
Probably kill the cow, but I don't know. Anything's possible.
True.
I'm
That's why I don't make that.
Jimmy Greymouse. What's your name?
Oh, a pleasure, Jimmy. My name is Rafe Keeler, brother of God.
Well, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. So you're interested in that ring?
I am, but earlier today I saw your, I guess your master's lecture on automata. Tell me,
Yes, constructs. Yes.
Is he a practice creator of constructs? I assume that he made all of these. Have you learned?
He's
this
made
yet?
most of them. Some of them I've made as well
Oh.
under his tutelage.
Interesting.
He is a master crafter.
He said that he had solved most of the problems of friction and overheating with magic. Specifically, do you know what kind of magic?
Well, some of that's a bit of a trade secret, but transmutation does play a role.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm sure there are other more important customers here.
Yes.
So that ring,
Sure.
it's about 100 gold,
Okay.
but it can be done.
I don't want to spend all of my money this early on in the festival. You understand, of course.
Of course.
But
We'll be here throughout the festival for the next 3 days. 3
I will
days.
definitely keep your ring in mind. Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you. Please come again, Rafe. And you, sir, dapper, debonair gentleman such as yourself.
Yeah.
Surely you must have things you wish to purchase.
Oh, absolutely. Do you have anything for the musical sort? Any kind of items that
No,
might help
unfortunately,
me?
That's outside of our purview.
Ah, damn. Okay, understandable. What do you have in the realm of fineries, if you will? I'm into magical. I have all sorts of magical accoutrement.
Well, outside of the occasional hat, we don't really have much.
Hats are kind of hard for me. But
Oh no,
the right
these
hat.
hats would work with you. Yes, they're magical in their sense. Hats of wizardry mostly. Yes.
I kind of whisper because I kind of feel stupid asking the question. Do they make you a wizard?
Well, they kind of help. You kind of have to have some arcane talent to begin with, but
I dabble.
right. Well, if you'd like to purchase one, they're 150 gold apiece.
Same as my friend, I'm just shopping around, so definitely in mind.
Absolutely.
Thank you, friend.
Yes. Well, I wish you the best. And he proceeds to start working on some metallic object that you don't quite understand what it does.
Okay.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Looks up. Take care.
Okay. Expensive than I
And you
thought, right?
Walk out the door, da-ding, da-ding.
Yeah.
And suddenly this place is a lot smaller on the outside than it is on the inside.
God. I kind of look back and I just kind of want to poke my head back in just one more time.
Circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really was.
Entirely creepy how big it is on the inside versus the outside.
Wow. Never not get old.
Mhm.
Okay. So nothing in there is affordable.
Well, I mean, he is selling items for wizards.
Oh, I
made by
totally get it.
wizards.
He has a lightning wand. Yeah. Okay. So Thumbwild wasn't in there. We didn't see Thumbwild in there, right?
No, he wasn't in there, but I'm not surprised. He's probably in some other pocket dimension or something.
Gosh, I am okay. Yeah. Let's find his dimension.
As you do that, you see Oscar Thumbwild walking back from further south on the drill field, with fishing poles in hand, excited. He seems to be moving at a pretty good clip, and is walking to the shop, and you see him literally walk in. Jimmy, I've got the fishing poles for our trip later. This is going to be great. I've been so looking forward to some fishing.
Here.
Mhm.
Trying to.
And the door closes.
All right. Well, he's in the building.
And apparently going fishing later. Something to keep in mind.
The crowds are getting crazier and crazier out in the festival areas.
Okay.
As they, running amok. Kids are having a ball. Adults are running around, and the city guard are doing some drill and ceremony out there for the people to watch.
Yeah, we'll just try and stay in the area and not get run over by the crowds.
Oh yeah.
A little
Keep
bit
an
eating,
eyes
a
on
little
the
bit
shop.
drinking. Yeah.
I know something just happened. Hold on a second here. I'm getting something from Tech Outlets. Oh, okay. So somebody dropped a card. Okay, cool.
Pick it up.
Yep.
All right. So that is what you see. What else are you doing?
Just hanging around the shops. I'm just keeping an eye and make sure he's in one place.
All right. So there are various different magical sales going on, and wizards with their own private tents. There are people who are testing people who think they have the arcane skill sets and they want to learn more. You see kids are learning to do different things too. And then you see the occasional jester running around like, "Ha! I know magic too. Watch this." And he splits an apple with a knife and goes, "See, I made 2 apples. Ha! And they're just being silly as they run around and do all these things. Cimarine, Garlo, and Turja. You've come back in. You've got about an hour before this actually goes down. What are you going to do?
Well, we're back at
the-
the inn, right?
Did you go
we
back
knew they were heading to the drill field, so the trick is to find Lucy to get the hat.
Okay. I need you guys to do as a party, not Luciano and Rafe, but just the 3 of you. I need you all to make an investigation check as you're looking together for Emma. We're going to do a combined average here. So 23,
Haha.
12,
13.
13.
Lucky,
Alright.
lucky number.
16 is the average.
So you do manage to find Rafe, but you don't manage to find Luciano, who's running around as well separately a little bit. Rafe's looking for him. I don't see him. He was just with me, but he's not there with you right now.
I say, did he have his hat with him?
I'm not sure that he had his hat with him. Why? Is that important?
It was a magic hat, remember? A hat of disguise. We were thinking we could use it to get on the Schmip to, you know.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not sure that he had it with him, but probably. I mean, it would be very hard for him to perform at his best if he didn't have his chef's hat when the cooking started. Right?
No, his other hat.
Oh. Maybe. I hope he has it with him, because otherwise the badger probably ate it.
Fair enough. So, I mean, if we can't find him, I don't know if there's any time to really do anything else.
Oh, he'll be back here in a second. In fact,
Luciano, so good to see you again, my friend.
Gone.
I kind of spin. What?
How
How are you? Fancy to
delightfully
find
pressed
you
as ever.
here.
Oh, well, I had to make sure that I had to check some stuff at the end. We have some of the apprentices doing some quick sales over there right now, but what are you doing?
Just checking out the events with my companions. Something about space is bigger. Have you been inside this shop?
Which shop?
And I
You're at
point-
the other end of the drill field.
Oh yeah, well I was like, there's this one shop. You go inside and it's like you're in a different building.
That's
incredible.
amazing.
Yeah,
That's amazing. Well, why don't you walk with me over to the marketplace? We can look for something to make a nice dinner tonight.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I absolutely. And I kind of pushed my hair back from when it was messy earlier. I just kind of.
You know what would be really helpful? You know, one of these vendors has some marvelous pomade from Nolza's.
Ooh.
It's amazing for the hair.
Yeah, I heard there was a bad batch. I don't know.
Oh no, not at all. I'm using it right now.
Oh, it looks really good.
Thank you. I
I
worked
love
on
it.
Just for you.
Well, we can loop back to that booth later.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
Marketplace.
Absolutely. So let's go to the marketplace. And he proceeds to start, he reaches out his arm, he takes it in the crook of yours and begins to walk you down further southwest toward the area on the map marked Marketplace,
Yes.
where there will be, even though it shows it's open there, it is densely packed with rows upon rows of market stalls and tents for some magical sales, but also some more conventional stuff as well. Lots of touristy stuff.
Okay.
I went to Daggerford Summer Festival and all I got was this lousy tunic. It says it right on the front.
Yeah.
This is a Daggerford dagger.
Ooh,
Stuff like that.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I stop and I ask about the dagger. I say, the dagger? How much?
Oh, it's 3 silver, but it's not real.
Oh,
Um,
completely. I just want something to remember the event.
you want the
That's-
Tyndall special if you want a real dagger.
how much for the special?
Well, that's 2 gold.
I'll stick with
That
the
dagger will last. It's made right after the dagger that Tyndall himself used to help defend the bridge to Daggerford against hordes of orcs.
I don't want to seem I'm trying to seem a little more put together something. Yeah, 2 gold? Yeah, no problem. And I just that sounds like a great deal.
He slings you over a Tyndall's dagger. It is a real dagger indeed. So you've just
Cool.
bought yourself a real dagger. It is supposedly built in the same fashion that Tyndall's dagger was.
Okay.
The legendary.
As I continue to walk with James, what time about is it? Because I am definitely planning on meeting Rafe back at 2. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye out.
It's not gonna happen, buddy.
Are you really?
It is
You really?
now 1:50.
I was like, James,
You guys have 10 minutes to get back to the docks.
yeah, I'm like,
You
as
gotta do
much fun and as shopping with you has been, I'm supposed to meet friends, and I was already late a bit this morning after, so.
Oh, well,
Mind if-
okay. I was hoping to buy some fruits and vegetables to go with the dinner I was going to make. If you wish to join me,
I would. Can I meet you? Yeah, and
Absolutely. Where can I
I-
meet you?
we're staying at the Silver Flood Inn. You want to meet me there tonight?
Absolutely. I'll it's a date.
Yes. Okay. Fantastic. I flip him a gold and I'm like, here, buy something for me. If you're buying foods or anything, buy something for me. There you go. I'll see you later.
Certainly. And he continues on and grabs a basket and starts picking stuff out. He says,
And
I'll
I
see
just
you
try-
tonight.
See you tonight. And I tried
Yeah.
like really quickly to do like the little shuffling through
I
people.
need
Just
you to
like
make a constitution check.
Constitution. Oh.
Nice.
Your legs are tired, but you're not exhausted running clear across the area
Yeah.
and dodging through the
I'm
crowds.
trying my hardest.
You would normally be
Oh,
pretty worn out.
jeez.
But you made it.
dad bod and all.
Yep. Oh.
You were there. A little winded, but you're okay. You're in a good shape. Cimarine, Garlo, Turja, where are you at?
Well,
I mean,
how much
if we
longer
didn't-
do we have until the big moment?
Yeah, I think if we
I'm
were,
assuming you left before 150 arrives.
yeah, I think probably waited 5-10 minutes, and then it's like, fuck it, we can't wait any longer. So head back towards, and so just to be clear, so the plan is to do this, and then we'll meet you outside of town.
Yes, I believe that was our plan.
Rafe,
Right. I'm
look
sorry.
look here, buddy. Hold on. Both
Down
eyes,
here,
both eyes.
down here. I'm down here,
Down here.
Rafe.
I've been trying to spot Luciano. Unfortunately, I haven't seen him. I'm sorry.
Fine. I just want to know we're on the same page here. Don't want to
Yes.
be stuck outside of town without a horse.
Right. Yes. Luciano and I will attend the lecture, and then we'll go retrieve the horses, and we'll meet you outside of the caravan grounds.
We've got a plan then.
I got something. To be honest, I mean, we'll just have to see how it rolls, and then, I mean, if it turns into a scrap, run for it.
Right.
All we're
Alright.
saying is you might want to be ready for us to be coming in kind of hot.
Well, that's normal for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, I was mostly referring to the fact that you come on really strong.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that's a compliment. I feel like in my heart of hearts, that's a compliment. So
Mhm.
I'm going to view
You
it
know
as
what?
such.
I'm drunk enough for that to be okay.
He said something nice. Look at that.
And at that point, Rafe and Luciano are standing just barely in front of the magic shop, just as the wizard Oscar Thumbwild steps out. Cimarine, Garlo, and Turja have just stepped past the gates of the tower, and that's where we'll pick up next week on Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction. Thank you so much, everybody in chat. You guys are rocking and rolling. Mr. Hamster, congratulations on winning the polyhedral dice set. Our tech goblins will reach out to you to get your information. And they usually need a name, email, a mailing address in this case, because it's an actual thing. So congratulations, you're going to be getting some goodies.
I'm gonna say, just FYI, reroll. I know that Hamster is outside of the area. I forgot what it was for.
He's
So yeah,
outside of the United States and
Germany. Or not Germany, Netherlands. So yes, reroll.
Mr. Hamster, I'm so sorry, but we did state at the beginning that we cannot mail to the Netherlands, or it cannot be anywhere outside the United States and or Canada except for Quebec. Sorry, Quebec, you know what you did.
Christians in
But-
Quebec.
Quebec.
Gosh dang Quebecs.
Yes, but they make great poutine there, and it's amazing. And
Ugh.
unfortunately, we cannot send products outside of the United States. Mr. Hamster, though, we do thank you for your support. Do get a name and email from Mr. Hamster. We're going to send him something nice anyway, but it just won't be the dice set. Okay. Let's see here. Mid Tuesday, congratulations on winning a mystery polyhedral dice set from 1985 Games. Again, we will get something from you as well. Name, email, and mailing address, and we will send it out there. Really quick, before I steal all that thunder one more time, what do we got to go out on? Anna, you want to tell everybody about YouTube real quick?
Yeah. So don't forget to subscribe to the Games Tavern YouTube channel. Subscribing is free, and this way you don't miss any of the action and you get access to additional content. Your likes and positive comments in the videos help other adventurers find out about the show, so please go ahead and like and subscribe.
Also, if you liked our stuff tonight, you can check out our other shows here at the Games Tavern. First, the Mists. That is on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern. The Mistwalkers have found themselves in Fiddler's Green once again, and the big bad evil guy is somewhere around. And then we have Dirty Deeds on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. An attack in the Pavilion of the Host has brought up more questions than answers as the Fallen Star Company continue their investigation into the murder of Rose's father. Tomorrow morning, our eager DM will be participating in Phoenix Awaki's one-shot roulette at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Come check it out.
Yes, that's going to be really cool. Everything, all the characters generated are random, and even the scenario and story that we have to plan is completely random. So it's just total chaos and entertainment. Improv at its very best. Not a serious gameplay situation. It's usually about how much we can cut up and have a good time while we deal with whatever that is. One other thing. Do you have it down there for what's happening this Saturday? No, it's probably not in there, so I'll add this to there. The Heist, Kalimshan Nights premieres this Saturday, 12 noon Eastern, and every Saturday in June. It is a heist stream that is the sequel to our original The Heist stream, as the various different players come back, including Anna, who plays Holly. Her twin sister is not there, but we will be attempting to find something
We're
very
attempting to
important
save
to rescue her.
Yes.
Because she apparently had the horn of Orcus put on her head, which is really, really bad. So now we have to kind of like solve that problem.
Who told her to touch it, Reed?
Not me. Not me.
Uh-huh.
So probably me. So anyway, the gist of it is check us out on Saturdays, 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, and really in the afternoon, about 5 hours later than that if you're in England, and a few hours later than that if you're in the rest of Europe. So come check us out. Have a great time with us and watch that. Anyway, back to the rest of you guys. What else we got here? I stole your winner announcement, Mike. I'm so sorry.
Dang it.
Yeah, but you know what? We are going to make sure Mr. Hamster gets something nice.
Shout out Hamster, and congrats mid-Tuesday.
Rob?
Yeah. A huge thank you to Shard Tabletop for sponsoring us. Go ahead and check out that link in the chat. I cannot say enough good things about Shard Tabletop. It's been so good to work with a group of people that are so into D&D and so into improving their virtual tabletop tools for not only us, but everybody that they have that's playing. They are so responsive and so good. Go ahead and use the code TGTShard20, get a 20% discount on your DM Pro and other subscriptions.
Outstanding. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, everybody, one more time. I'm glad you guys had a good time with us today, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week on Whiskey, Magic, and Distraction.